I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is another paid request, this time for Jim. If anyone's interested in requesting any other type of videos or topics or reactions or anything random, anything of the sort, feel free to request it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Apologies go out if it takes a while for me to get to it. I'm doing the best that I can. Just a lot to catch up after a week of no water and power, so that screwed a lot of things up. So I apologize. But again, I will get to it. Feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or Patreon. Both things down below. It just may take a while to get to it. Now, after all that, I'm talking about Walk Like a Man, which, to Jim, if you like the film, that's cool. This movie I thought was terrible. I mean, it's a crazy plot, but there's a lot of 80s and even 90s movies that have crazy plots. I mean, honestly, in a way, I thought the better version of this film was Encino Man, which I liked Encino Man. I wish they had a Blu-ray Encino Man. I really do. I think a friend of mine said, like, the VHS of Encino Man had footage that wasn't in the DVD. I think Fabio knows about that. If you watch this, feel free to let me know more about that, but... and, like, what the scenes were and stuff. But Walk Like a Man has Howie Mandel, Christopher Lloyd, Amy Steele, which I like, because I'm a big Amy Steele fan, Cloris Leachman, who is in films like Young Frankenstein, Frau Blätter, Colleen Camp. Now, to go back, Howie Mandel, you may know him more as a host of... He hosted the show Deal or No Deal, but now he's one of the judges on America's Got Talent. And he was also the voice of Gizmo in Gremlins and Gremlins 2. This is one of the times he got to star in a film. Christopher Lloyd plays his brother. Of course, Doc from Back to the Future films. Amy Steele plays a biologist. Amy Steele, she was the star of Friday the 13th Part 2. The 1986 film April Fool's Day. Colleen Camp, she played a cop in Die Hard with a Vengeance. One of the main cops who worked with John McClane in Die Hard 3. Cloris Leachman, like I said, she was in Young Frankenstein. The plot of the film, I know I'm like 3 minutes in, but that's because this is the plot that I don't know how the fuck to explain it, but here we go. Back in the day, a dad is with his two sons and his wife. Now, the dad is also played by Christopher Lloyd, because then he'll jump decades later, and Christopher Lloyd will play the older brother. But they're in Alaska. They're part of... they're looking for gold. During a dog sled ride, the older brother, who's a piece of shit, pushes his younger brother off the sled, is left behind. At this point, I'm going, what the fuck is this movie? What the fuck? Like, the brother just tried to murder his baby brother and leave him to freeze to death in the snow. It's decades later. Amy Steele is a biologist around the same area. I think about 30 years have gone by. She's with this old guy who's helping her out, who tells her that the most important thing you learned is don't step in bear shit. Words to live by. Words to live by. Don't step in bear shit. Okay, USA. I got it. And then they find this long-haired Howie Mandel crawling because he was raised by wolves. Yes, he was raised by wolves. He's found knocked out. They bring him in. On the flip side, Christopher Lloyd, the piece of shit brother that left him behind, like I said, he played the father, but now that character's died off screen during the 30 years. Now Christopher Lloyd plays the Howie Mandel's brother. He was rich. He lost all the money in a year. He's living with his wife, Colleen Camp, and they're both living with Christopher Lloyd's mother, played by Cloris Leachman. And pretty much, Christopher Lloyd's character is a leech. Leeches off his mother's inheritance. Goes to country clubs, even though he doesn't have jack shit worth of merit. And apparently, when Howie Mandel's character reaches 30 years old, because he was deemed missing, and part of the reading of the will when the father died was, a third of my inheritance goes to this guy in case he's ever found, but if he's not found by the time he's 30, then Christopher Lloyd gets the inheritance. And of course he wants that because he wants to be super rich again. So long story short, Amy Steele calls, hey, I found your brother. Of course, Christopher Lloyd is pissed because if there's a brother, then that means he won't get the inheritance. Amy Steele brings Howie Mandel by, leaves pretty much Christopher Lloyd like, fine, have him stay here to avoid, I guess, embarrassment for anyone else finding out. And there's a lot of shit you just question when you deal with this movie. For example, when Amy Steele and the old guy find him, the old guy goes, wolves must have found him and raised him. That's the only explanation. I went, really? Maybe he's a serial killer. Maybe he's a hippie. Maybe he's a native. Maybe he's a druggie. Maybe he loves Charles Manson. There's a lot of fucking explanations. The first inclination would not be for me to go, he must have been raised by wolves. I'd be go, oh, maybe he's a fucking hippie. Maybe he's on drugs. Maybe he's, I don't know. He's a caveman. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of other options. And I guess they really thought you would get a lot of mileage of Howie Mandel acting like a dog. They really thought there'd be a lot of mileage with that. Being scratched in the belly, being on a leash, chasing cats. Christopher Lloyd has Howie Mandel on a fucking leash to go outside so that Howie Mandel can lift his leg and take a piss on a tree. Or he leaves Howie Mandel out in the woods, and of course, like a dog, crawls back home. These are the point where Christopher Lloyd tries to drown his brother, Howie Mandel, in a fucking bathtub. And I'm like, this is supposed to be funny? This is supposed to be funny? He's literally drowning him in a fucking bathtub. And what the fuck am I watching? What the fuck? I liked Christopher Lloyd. I really liked Amy Steele. I did not realize she was in this. I had heard of this film. I remember seeing the cover, but I never bothered to watch it. Now I know why. But, okay, the Amy Steele, wow, cool. I love seeing her. And yes, if you're wondering, this does have the song Walk Like a Man. They play that like 3-4 times. Okay, at least twice, maybe 3 times. And pretty much, long story short, Christopher Lloyd realizes there's a way to get out of this. The guy needs to sign his name, but he doesn't know how to write, speak, or anything. So Lloyd calls Amy Steele. You come on over here and teach him, and then you can write whatever book you want. So then a chunk of the film is Amy Steele teaching Howie Mandel how to be a man. How to walk, how to talk, the alphabet, how to eat properly. When he's successful, the treats he gets are Raisinets. And then I sat there and I thought, what is it about this? Well, I know why it doesn't work. To me, I think it's a stupid fucking idea. But then I went, wait a minute. Encino Man is a stupid idea when you say it out loud. A caveman frozen in ice and wakes up and goes to school, goes to college. Like, what the fuck? But why does Encino Man work and this doesn't? I think for a number of reasons. Number one, Encino Man, I thought did hit a niche of the MTV audience where I liked Pauly Shore at the time. I liked Son-in-Law. I liked In the Army Now. So you had stuff like that and Sean Astin and Brendan Fraser. They did commit to this silly idea. And I honestly think it was a better written, directed movie. The jokes seem more naturally funny, like Brendan Fraser's performance, and being so impressed by the lighter, and yeah, it had a better soundtrack, it had a better pacing, it had actors that felt like Christopher Lloyd. He's a good actor. I don't think he really was committed to this role, and I don't blame him. And maybe it was the way his character was written, but I kind of thought Lloyd was phoning it in a way. I did. Maybe it's the way the character was written. There's just not much for him other than be, I don't know, just that, Howie Mandel. I don't think Howie Mandel does a bad job. It's just, I guess there's, in a way, it's more fun to see a guy act like a caveman than act like a fucking dog. Stupid way. You know, that type of stuff, or learning the alphabet. While in Encino Man, it was learning to look at chicks. And, we's in the juice. No, we's in the juice. And juice, not, not juice. Juice. We's in the juice. See, that makes me laugh, and that, some people may chalk it up to nostalgia, but I mean, I thought the way that was handled was just more genuinely funny than this. Like this, the one bit I could maybe deal with is there's a scene in a shopping mall, and honestly, the bit of the shopping mall, if more of the movie was like that, this could be a time waster, perhaps. As crazy of it, because there's many crazy ideas in the 80s I enjoy. Mannequin is a crazy idea. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is a crazy idea. Weekend at Bernie's is a crazy idea. All 3 films I enjoy. And in a way, despite this film not working, I kind of miss that about movies of today, where you don't really have those crazy batshit ideas. Well, no. That's a lie. You got shit like Sharknado. What am I talking about? So I take that back. Yeah, fucking Clownado. A tornado made of clowns. What the fuck am I talking about? Of course there's crazy ideas nowadays. Fuck. But I don't know. I mean, this seemed like it thought it wanted to be a real movie, despite, a crazy move today. Like back then, like this went in the theaters, and they thought, you have pretty decent cast. Yeah, even at the guy, I forget his name, The guy who played the psychiatrist in The Terminator. And then he appeared in T2 and a little cameo in T3. I forget the actor's name. I believe that was him. He's one. I think he's one of the people in this movie. I'm like, oh. I think it's him. I could be wrong on that. Okay, but I mentioned the shopping mall bit. It's because that kind of fit into the whole ideal of, how do I want to put it? Fish out of water. The fish out of water scenario, where he could walk and talk, but he still doesn't quite notice everything. So he sits down, and someone sits down with their crutches, and as a phrase, he goes, "Man, you didn't have them. Man, these crutches, you didn't have them." So he takes it literally, and he steals the crutches. He's like, "Hey, what? Come back here!" I just heard that innocence, naivete of stuff like that. Or Amy Steele goes, "Hey, try these clothes out in the dressing room." So he does, and there's another guy in there. He doesn't think anything of it. But then the guy's like, "What are you doing? Are you a homo?" "No, my name's Bobo." And he doesn't think anything of it. And he's in a toy store. Or before that, Amy Steele teaches him how to get on an escalator. But then when he wanders off by himself, he sees another set of stairs, and he thinks it's another escalator, but it's not working because it's stairs. So he tells another person, they're broken. Because he thinks it's a broken escalator, which is just stairs. Or he's at a toy store, and remember those Teddy Ruxpins? The bear that talks? He walks by it, and it starts speaking to him, and starts answering his questions. You know, the questions you're supposed to. "Let's go on an adventure." "Okay," and he just takes it and leaves. And then that scene ends with a little nice sweet bit where this little girl, the mom can't afford it. The guy looks down. "Hey, he talked to me. He wants to go home with you." And that was nice. And in a weird way, there's a nice bit of logic where, wait, he didn't pay for this. As someone tries to call, but then Amy still goes, no, I'll pay for it. People are, why does that impress you, Matt? Because there's a little detail where there are a lot of movies that will forget that. Like, wait a minute, he didn't pay for this? Wait a minute. And then the movie is either too stupid to not realize that, or think you're too stupid to not notice. But Amy still's like, no, I'll pay for it. And then that's where she further notices how sweet this guy is. And that's what I mean, the whole shopping mall bit, if more of the movie was that scenario and that type of feeling, I'm not saying it's great comedy, but concerning the rest of the movie, I thought that was the best part of it. Like, Howie Mandel and Amy Steele, I thought, did a fairly good job in that section of the movie. I mean, the shopping mall bit, I liked. I did not mind. But then after it, Christopher Lloyd has the idea, maybe I'll come into an insane asylum. I'll invite a bunch of people here, including this big high-spirited psychologist. They'll see how crazy he is. It's one of those parties with the stuffy tuxedos. Things go awry. He's taken away. There's like a brief trial where Howie Mandel speaks for himself. And it's one of those things that, of course, if you look at this logically, it would never end this way, but you're not supposed to. Pretty much, Amy Steele says a couple things, Howie Mandel says a couple things, and then Christopher Lloyd goes, "He's a dog, see?" Throws a dog toy. "Go for it." Howie Mandel does nothing. So Christopher Lloyd gets on his hands and knees and acts like a dog. "See? This is what he's going to do." And so they say, no, he's fine. Howie Mandel's going to get the money. They're outside the courtroom. Kisses Amy Steele. "I'll be right back." Chases a fire truck, and then the movie ends. I mean, some of the songs I don't mind, like "Walk Like a Man." Like, I don't mind that song, and some others. Like, some of the soundtrack's not too bad. I don't remember the score, but Amy Steele, I liked. It's always great to see her, even in a movie like this. The shopping mall bit, I liked it for what it was. The rest of the movie is just... I didn't... Someone really thought Howie Mandel acting like a dog was going to go a long way to selling this movie as a comedy. And Christopher Lloyd acting like a dick, or have... I didn't. Just, you look at scenes like he's got Howie Mandel on a leash, they go outside, or you have a running joke where the neighbor keeps seeing that his driveway with wet cement keeps getting messed up. How does it keep getting messed up? Because Howie Mandel keeps walking on it or running over it, and then it's a running joke where the neighbor walks out, "My driveway, so as to put footsteps or walked over my driveway," with the wet cement. It's like, this is supposed to be funny, I guess. It wouldn't be funny on a sitcom. So, just all together, I thought it was a really lazy, weak comedy with just a stupid idea. And again, stupid ideas can work. For the most part, it did not in this case. I guess if you're a diehard Howie Mandel, Christopher Lloyd, Amy Steele fan, well, I'm glad I saw it once. A Tea Parpin, for what Howie Mandel was given to do, I think he did the best he could, but even Jim Carrey would not have saved this film. Acting like a dog it's just, I don't know, if you see it, I would say watch the shopping mall bits with Amy Steele and Howie Mandel later in the film. I think Howie Mandel could have worked as a lead if given better material. When he's actually talking and acting like a man and with that shopping mall bit, he's actually not too bad. And him and Amy Steele seemed like they had alright chemistry. It's like, I want to see more of that and less of you acting like a fucking dog, which the movie thought that was the big selling point of the film. I think that was a mistake. But it made me go want to rewatch Encino Man, if I could find it. I wish there was a Blu-ray of Encino Man. I would watch it. But with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.